Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Mariah. In today's video, we are going to have a chit chat / story time about my amazing positive birth story. Yeah, let's get into this video and watch me do my postpartum hair that my edges is thinning and it's falling out and it's just going through the works right now. My birth story went almost exactly how I prayed for it to go. So shout out to God. I'm so grateful that he listened to me. I gave birth on June 11th, 2024, and that night I was in class and I was new to the class. It was like actually the first day of class. I was new to the campus, I meant. And it was the first day of class, so I was walking so much trying to find that class. I did actually give birth a month early, not on purpose. And prior to the class, I actually took or drank a glass of raspberry green tea, I think, raspberry leaf tea. I was like 36 weeks and 5 days, so I was like, okay, maybe it's okay to drink it. I don't know, but I ended up drinking it. I don't know if this was the cause of me going into preterm labor, but I do not recommend drinking raspberry leaf tea without talking to your OBGYN. I was seeing other women do it online, and so I was like, okay, why not? Like, I'm getting close to giving birth. I'm in the last trimester. I hit 9 months. Like, everything should be fine. Like I said, I don't know if this was the exact cause or if it was the walking around campus trying to find my class, but I did go into labor that night. So like an hour or two after being home from my night class, I was sitting on the couch with my husband and I went up to use the bathroom and my water literally broke. So I am a first-time mom. I didn't really know what to do. I called my mom on the phone and I'm like, Mom, I think my water broke. And she was like, what's happening? So I like described what was happening and it was just like flowing, TMI, flowing like all the way until I got to the hospital, even still at the hospital, just flowing. And so of course I already had my bag packed. I am a pre-packer. Like I just love to be prepared. My husband, on the other hand, he did not have anything packed. Granted, it was a month early, but we're first-time parents. I was just the type to look up everything. So I was like, yeah, let me be prepared. Got to the hospital. On the way to the hospital, I did not have any contractions. Like the contractions did not hit until I got settled into my birthing room. That's when I started to go through the contractions and things like that. So once the contractions hit, I just wanted to stick it out and go natural, which I ended up doing. I'm so proud of myself. One of the reasons why I did not want to get epidural is because I have scoliosis and I kind of didn't want any more back problems. My scoliosis don't bother me that much, but I just wanted to prevent it as much as possible. I'm also a weirdo and I do not like medicine. Like if I need to take medicine, I will absolutely take it, but that is not always my first go-to. So I did give birth naturally, and the way I got through my contractions was listening to gospel music, breathing. Oh my goodness, breathing so much, just staying in a positive headspace and rolling on the ball. The reason why they told me that it was a little bit dangerous to bounce on the ball was because my water broke or something like that, she was saying. So I was just like moving around the ball, and I did that pretty much, I don't even know how long. Like my whole labor and delivery was like 6 hours. Literally like 6 hours from the time my water broke to the time I gave birth. And I just thank God and I praise him for it, because that is exactly what I prayed for, was for it to be quick, because I knew I did not want to get epidural. So I'm like, if I'm going to endure this pain, I need it to be a quick pain and be done. So that is exactly what happened. I know that's a long time for some people, like, girl, 6 hours. But like I said, the contractions didn't start until probably like an hour of me being there. But wait, before we get into the pain level and things like that, let's back up. So I basically, yes, was on the ball, and this is also TMI. Before I gave birth, I literally, this is embarrassing, I released every bowel that was in my I literally was pooping like so much. And I heard other women say that that was a sign of like being in labor and things like that. Something I also prayed for was to have kind and understanding nurses and doctors around me. I just wanted it to be positive, and that's exactly what I got. It was all women, of course. Actually, it was like one guy from what I remember. I don't know if he was like a student or something like that. That was actually something that I disliked, was seeing a male in the room that I did not consent to. And so him being there was like a little awkward, but I was like in so much pain I didn't even care at that point. But I did have a very kind nurse. Like, she was so sweet. She asked me what was on my birth plan. I did have a birth plan written out, but my OBGYN told me like, oh, don't really have a birth plan. Don't try to stick to a birth plan because birth is so unpredictable. And she's right. But you know, when you pray, let me just tell you, when you pray and when you have the favor of God over you, like, that does not matter, because how my birth plan was set out was how it went, and it was really all God, like, seriously. And so I did tell the nurse like the things that I could think of from off top of my head, and it was like dim lights, just having an environment where I'm not really, where it's just me and my husband for the most part, which it was up until giving birth. And it just was, yeah, she was coming in and checking on me, but not too much. It was literally perfect. And she was just so nice. She also helped me with the peanut ball, like putting me in different positions. Oh my goodness. When she laid me on my side with that peanut ball, I literally screamed so loud because I just felt this urge to push. Like, my body literally just started pushing by itself. And that position really upped like the process. And my baby was like ready to come at that point. I don't have timestamps, unfortunately, so I don't know how long that took. But yeah, so after that, it was literally like, I would say 10 minutes probably of pushing, and my baby was out. I did tear. I had a 2nd-degree tear, I believe. Not too big. Healing process was quick and all that, so not too big. My doctor did not birth my child. My original OBGYN, it was actually, and I had a Black lady too, so that was kind of unfortunate. But God, like I said, was in the midst of everything, so who knows, why that happened. But I'm just grateful for what did happen. It was another lady who birthed my child, and she was good. She was pretty good. I do feel like she was kind of rushing a little bit. Like, she was trying to get me to push when I wasn't having contractions. And she did make a comment like to one of the nurses, like looking at her like, if only we had the epidural or something like that. Like, girl, this is not your birth experience. So if I want to wait until I have a contraction to push, what you're supposed to do, that's what I'm going to do. So yeah, she tried to get me to push, and I was like, no, not yet. I'm not having a contraction. So I did advocate for myself, and I was so proud of myself for that. And she was like, okay. She tried to make an excuse like, oh, you have to push. We have to get him out. Your baby's heart rate is dropping. And then just as she said that, God stepped in and my baby's heart rate went right back up to normal, and I was able to push once I had the contraction. But yeah, like, if you're wondering, the pain hurts. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it is painful to give birth without epidural. It hurt so bad. I had birthing shakes. I was like shaking uncontrollably. I also felt the ring of fire. It was pretty bad. But I did have encouragement from my mom on FaceTime, my husband, and that sweet nurse. I did feel my placenta come out, but that didn't really hurt. This is another thing that also I disliked, was I wanted to do skin to skin and delayed cord clamping. Neither happened the way I wanted it to happen, because I wanted delayed cord clamping to like happen once it was done pulsating. She absolutely did not do that. My husband ended up cutting the cord like literally not even a minute after me saying that. And then as for skin to skin, since my baby was born early, I did do like probably not even a minute of skin to skin also. And so I just hope this is like an encouragement to anyone who is scared to give birth. Like, pray about your birth plan, your birth story, the empowerment that you want to have. If you want to go natural, if you want to get epidural, whatever it is, like, God is faithful and he will listen. And so I really hope this is just encouraging, especially to new moms. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and come with me also on this journey to get my hair back to health. But yeah, see you guys next time.
Trying to walk with faith on this not broken road.